The Cowboys training camp is well underway, and we're finally hitting that sweet spot where the early hype begins to settle and the true contenders start to emerge. It's the perfect moment to dive into who's been stepping up and who's still searching for their rhythm as the team gears up for the season ahead. The starting quarterback, Dak Prescott, has been a clear highlight over the past week or so. Early on, he struggled a bit with those deep throws, which is pretty normal at this stage of camp, especially when defenses tend to hold the upper hand in these early battles. But lately, Dak has found a groove, delivering sharp, accurate passes out downfield and reading defenses faster than before. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the confidence he's showing on the field, moving through progressions quickly, making smart decisions, and looking healthier than he has. In recent seasons, health might just be the biggest win here, because Prescott's ability to stay on the field is what keeps the offense humming. On the other hand, Joe Milton, who has been seeing more reps with a backup squad, has flashed some moments that remind fans why he was drafted. A big arm, good athleticism, and flashes of playmaking ability. However, the tendency to hold on to the ball a bit too long has been his Achilles heel once again. Still, compared to where the Cowboys were with Trey Lance in a similar role last year, Milton's progress looks promising. There's definitely potential there, and it's been encouraging enough to keep the door open for him to develop as a reliable second option. The running back room has been an intriguing storyline as well. Early in camp, the bulk of the carries went to Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders, with Deuce Vaughn showing some sparks. But with Sanders and Vaughn nursing minor injuries, Jaden Blue has stepped into the spotlight, earning more first-team reps alongside Tony Pollard. Blue's speed and explosiveness give the Cowboys a new weapon, one that can stretch defenses and open up opportunities in the passing game and on the ground. The timing couldn't be better for Blue to make his case, as a team needs dynamic playmakers who can change the complexion of a drive in an instant. If he continues to impress, his role might grow significantly, and that could mean a more diverse and unpredictable offense when the regular season kicks off. Shifting focus to the receiving core, wide receivers have once again become a major talking point. The sheer volume of talent and competition at this position is something the Cowboys have dealt with every year. But a few players have really caught eyes during camp. CeeDee Lamb, as expected, has been the standout star. His combination of route running precision, reliable hands, and ability to make contested catches has him looking like the cornerstone of this offense. Without Micah Parsons dominating headlines on defense, Lamb's consistent excellence on offense has been even more vital. George Pickens has had several impressive days, showing that his skill set could be a perfect complement to Lamb's, especially in contested catch situations and crucial third down plays. Then there's Cavante Turpin, who might not be the flashiest player, but has carved out a unique role as a gadget receiver and special teams contributor, proving valuable in a versatile capacity. On the flip side, someone like Tan Holden, who might have flown under the radar initially, has suddenly put together a string of solid practices, showing he could be a useful depth piece down the line. Jalen Wadd's flashes have drawn attention, but the Cowboys will want to see more consistency before fully banking on him as a reliable option. Jonathan Mingo has also shown glimpses of what he can do, though the team likely wants to see him take a bigger leap soon. Meanwhile, Jalen Tolbert has been quiet, and the team will be hoping he finds his footing as camp progresses over on the offensive line. The story has been about opportunity and adjustment. Nathan Thomas has emerged as a notable beneficiary amid injury setbacks for other linemen, especially Tyler Gayton. With Gay sidelined, Thomas has stepped up into first-team reps, moving from guard back to tackle, a position that puts him in the spotlight. This move has sparked a lot of conversations about how the Cowboys are shuffling pieces up front to find the right fit. But Thomas's ability to rise to the occasion has made him one of the players to watch heading into preseason games. The offensive line's performance during camp is critical, especially as this unit will determine how well Prescott can operate and how effective the running game becomes. Defensively, a couple of younger players have grabbed attention by making disruptive plays. Jay Toya, though primarily working with the second team, has shown he can be a force when given the chance. Perry and Winfrey, who came into camp under the radar, has pushed himself hard and appears to be earning more trust from coaches, possibly surpassing some expectations. He embodies the Cowboys' preference for aggressive, disruptive defenders who can shake up offenses. But perhaps the most exciting defensive prospect so far is Donovan Ezaraku, the second-round rookie who has made waves with his relentless pass rush. Time and again, he has been unblockable against all levels of the offensive line. Whether it's the starters or backups, Ezra's presence has been impossible to ignore. While it's still early and no one wants to get ahead of themselves, it's clear he will be a significant part of the rotation, especially on passing downs. His ability to consistently pressure the quarterback could change the dynamic of the Cowboys' defense this season, and his development is something to keep a close eye on. At linebacker, Morris Hurst has stepped up, particularly with injuries limiting some of the other key players, with Kenneth Murray missing some time and Darian Overshawn out. Hurst, along with Zimone Clark, has been crucial in solidifying the linebacker group, so the depth chart will continue to shift as players return. Hurst growth from his rookie year is apparent, and he looks more confident and capable in his role. The addition of Matt Milano to the linebacker core could further enhance this unit, offering experience and versatility that might help the defense weather the inevitable grind of a full NFL season. But if you ask who has been the single biggest standout this offseason and throughout training camp, it has to be KaVontae Turpin. The former Buffalo Bills cornerback has been a revelation, consistently making game-changing plays and showing an instinctive feel for the game that coaches rave about. Turpin's versatility is another factor that sets him apart. His ability to line up in multiple positions and impact the game in various ways has made him indispensable during camp. He's broken up numerous passes, snagged interceptions, and looked like a genuine difference-maker in the secondary. Given how vital the cornerback spot is in today's pass-heavy NFL, Turpin's surge in value is a huge positive for the Cowboys. The upcoming joint practices against the Rams will be a real test for him and the entire defense. It will be interesting to see if Turpin can maintain this level of play against a high-powered offense. If he does, it will only cement his spot as a starter and a key piece in Dallas's defensive plans for the season. Elijah Clark and Zion Childress have also been quietly making noise. Childress earned a shout-out from the coaching staff for his ability to play both safety and nickel corner roles, showing the kind of versatility that every NFL team covets. Clark, too, has been solid, adding depth and stability to the defensive backfield, which is important as the team manages injuries and workload through camp. Speaking of injuries, the Cowboys' defense is still feeling the impact of several key players sidelined or limited. Donovan Wilson and Leighton Vander Esch, the starting safeties, have been praised for their contributions, especially with Juan Thomas dealing with a hamstring issue. Wilson's roster spot was uncertain coming into camp, but with others sidelined, he stepped up, showing he's more than capable of holding his place in the secondary. Vander Esch, meanwhile, continues to prove why he's a starter and an integral part of the defense. On the flip side, the injury list has grown and it's becoming a significant concern. The team is dealing with pre-existing issues for players like Trevon Diggs, who is inching closer to a return, but still not fully ready, and Simeon Refford, whose timeline to return seems longer than initially hoped. The offensive side hasn't been spared either. Miles Sanders' bruised knee kept him off the field for several days, and Deuce Vaughn's hamstring injury also limits the backfield's depth. Paris Campbell landing on injured reserve is another blow as the team loses a veteran receiver option. The injury toll extends beyond skill positions. Brevin Jordan is sidelined with a high ankle sprain. Hockey Smith is nearing a concussion recovery, and Matt Letko was placed on injured reserve due to an ankle issue. Defensive lineman Rob Jones faces a more serious setback with a neck injury expected to keep him out for 2 to 3 months. Tyler Smith's knee tendonitis has limited his availability, and Tyler Gayton, despite avoiding the worst-case scenario, is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks. These absences complicate the team's depth and force younger or less experienced players to step up sooner than planned. As if injuries weren't enough, the ongoing saga around Micah Parsons has been a major distraction. The entire situation has dragged on far too long and become a frustrating mess for the team and fans alike. This kind of off-season drama shouldn't be happening, especially with a player of Parsons' caliber. The inability to resolve the issues earlier has overshadowed what could have been a smoother camp and preseason, leaving many to wonder why such a high-profile case was allowed to spiral out of control. Hopefully, a resolution is on the horizon, but it remains one of the biggest black marks on this training camp so far. Among other players struggling to find their footing is Mazi Smith. While not a total disappointment, his progress hasn't lived up to the expectations many had coming into camp. The team's decision to have him lose weight again has sparked debates about his best role and potential impact. Although he's shown flashes, the uncertainty about his ideal position and physical condition leaves questions about how much he can contribute early in the season. Preseason reps will be critical for Smith to prove he deserves a bigger role. Tight end Luke Schoonmaker has also been relatively quiet. Despite some positive mentions from outside sources, his impact on the field hasn't been as visible as some would hope. With Jake Ferguson's contract extension signaling confidence in him, Schoonmaker's path to a prominent role seems more challenging. Injuries to other tight ends might open opportunities, but so far he hasn't made enough noise to claim a strong spot in the offense. As the Cowboys training camp rolls on, the atmosphere around the team is thick with anticipation and a bit of urgency. The preseason's rapidly approaching and every practice carries weight. It's not just about individual performances, but about the team weaving all its pieces together to create a cohesive unit. The coaching staff's evaluations are growing sharper, and players know that the margin for error is shrinking as the regular season looms. On the offensive side of the ball, the quarterback situation remains a fascinating subplot. Dak Prescott's recent performances have injected confidence into the offense, and his leadership is undeniable. His ability to command a huddle and keep the offense disciplined has been a steadying influence through the rough patches early in camp. His improved deep ball accuracy has not only opened up the offense, but also relieved pressure on the running backs and receivers, with defenders now forced to respect the deep threat more seriously. It's opened up underneath routes and run-pass option plays that can catch opposing defenses off guard. This multidimensional threat is critical, especially for an offense that thrives on versatility and creativity. Joe Milton, meanwhile, continues to develop in his backup role, showing flashes but still needing refinement. The coaching staff appreciates his arm strength and athleticism, but there's a growing consensus that he must quicken his decision-making and limit turnovers. This learning curve is expected, and his reps have been valuable not just for him but for the entire offense, providing a different look that challenges the defense in unique ways during practice. As the camp progresses, there's hope Milton can evolve into a dependable second stringer, given the Cowboys' security behind Prescott. The running back group remains an evolving story, one that has seen shifts caused by injuries but also driven by the emergence of new talent. Jaden Blue's impact can't be overstated. His blend of speed, vision, and burst has added a new dimension to the Cowboys' rushing attack. Coaches have noted his knack for hitting the holes with precision and then accelerating through defenders, turning what might have been modest gains into explosive plays. His presence has forced the coaching staff to reconsider play designs, integrating more outside zone runs and screen passes that exploit his quickness in open space. Tony Pollard, as the more experienced back, has been crucial in mentoring Blue, helping him adapt to the pace and complexity of NFL defenses. Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders are expected to return to full health soon, which will add much-needed stability to the backfield. Both are powerful runners who complement the faster, more elusive backs, providing balance. Sanders' ability as a receiver out of the backfield is especially valuable in third-down situations, while Williams' physical running style is a key asset in short yardage and goal line scenarios. Their return will force the coaching staff to make tough decisions about snap distribution. But the overall depth is a luxury that the Cowboys can exploit to keep defenses guessing. The wide receiver competition continues to be fierce, with CeeDee Lamb cementing himself as the unquestioned leader. His ability to create separation, adjust to poorly thrown balls, and secure catches under pressure makes him a constant threat. It's clear that the offense runs through him, and the chemistry he's building with Prescott only enhances his effectiveness. George Pickens' physicality and catch radius provide a contrast that allows the Cowboys to attack different coverage schemes more effectively. Their tandem could be one of the most dangerous in the league if they continue to develop their connection. Meanwhile, the rest of the receiving core jostle for relevance. Players like Cavante Turpin and Tan Holden fight not only for roster spots, but also for roles in special teams and gadget plays. Special teams often go overlooked, but they are critical to field position battles and gain momentum. So, players who excel in this area can extend their careers and impact. Jalen Watt and Jonathan Mingo are still working to prove they can consistently contribute at the NFL level, and preseason games will be a pivotal stage for their evaluation. The offensive line, arguably the backbone of the team, has been undergoing a transformation with injuries forcing changes. Nathan Thomas stepping into tackle duties due to Tyler Gayton's absence has been a story of adaptability. His willingness to embrace the challenge and the growth he has shown have impressed coaches and teammates alike. The offensive line's chemistry is always difficult to build, especially with shifting personnel. But the progress seen in Thomas' ability to handle edge rushers has helped stabilize the unit. This has also allowed other linemen to focus on their assignments without compensating too much, which reduces missed blocks and penalties. Yet the line's overall health remains a concern as ongoing injuries to key players create holes in depth that must be filled with less experienced backups. The coaching staff continues to emphasize technique and communication during practices to overcome these challenges. The goal is to ensure that come game day, the offensive line can protect Prescott effectively and open running lanes for the backs, something that will be essential to the team's success. Defensively, the narrative is dominated by youth and opportunity. Donovan Azaruku's relentless pass rush has drawn significant attention, and rightly so. His ability to beat blockers with speed and power combinations makes him a disruptive force. Coaches have praised his work ethic and ability to learn from mistakes quickly, which bodes as well for his development. As the Cowboys face opponents with high-powered offenses, having a player like Azaruku who can collapse the pocket and force hurried throws will be invaluable. Morris Hurst's rise within the linebacker group is another positive development. Injuries to starters like Kenneth Murray and De'Aaron Overshown have thrust him into larger roles, and he has responded with solid performances. His instincts for the ball and ability to shed blocks have added stability to the defense. Alongside Zimoni Clark, Hurst has helped the linebackers maintain their intensity, which is vital for both run defense and pass coverage. The secondary, meanwhile, has seen a mix of challenges and breakthroughs. Cavante Turpin's emergence as a defensive standout has been a revelation. His knack for reading the quarterback, quick reactions, and aggressive coverage style make him a valuable asset in limiting opposing receivers. His versatility to play multiple positions within the secondary increases the defense's flexibility in coverage schemes. Turpin's leadership and playmaking ability have energized the group, and many believe he could be a sleeper star this season. Elijah Clark and Zion Childress have contributed quietly but effectively. Childress's ability to slide between safety and nickel corner has given defensive coordinators more options when adjusting to offensive formations. Clark's reliability and consistency help maintain depth, which is especially important with injuries. Placing strain on the unit. The safety tandem of Donovan Wilson and Late and Vanderish continues to anchor the defense, offering experience and physicality in the backfield. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL landscape and stirred intense speculation across fan bases. Rumors are swirling that Joe Burrow may have signed a staggering 4-year deal with the Dallas Cowboys. Though no official confirmation has been released by the organization or Burrow's representatives, Several sources close to the situation suggest that conversations between Burrow and the Cowboys front office have been intensifying over the past several weeks. With the Cincinnati Bengals reportedly entering a transitional phase and facing internal restructuring, whispers are growing louder that the star quarterback has been quietly orchestrating a change of scenery. The Dallas Cowboys, a franchise known for making bold and headline-grabbing moves, seem poised to take a calculated risk to finally chase that elusive Super Bowl title. If the rumors prove true, the signing could mark one of the most high-profile quarterback acquisitions in recent NFL history, echoing past seismic shifts in the league's quarterback hierarchy. Such a move, although unconfirmed, has already ignited debates among analysts, fans, and former players, all questioning how Burrow would fit into Mike McCarthy's offensive system and what this means for the Cowboys' long-term plans at the quarterback position. Speculation has mounted not only because of Burrow's alleged dissatisfaction with the Bengals' offensive line and inconsistent postseason appearances, but also due to Dallas's recent silence on Dak Prescott's contract extension. Prescott's deal has been hanging in the air, and some insiders believe this vacuum has been deliberately created to allow for a quiet but calculated shift toward acquiring a more long-term, younger solution at the quarterback position. Joe Burrow, who led LSU to a national championship and quickly became the face of the Bengals franchise, has long been admired for his poise under pressure and surgical accuracy on the field. Bringing a talent of his caliber to Dallas would immediately energize a fan base hungry for playoff success, especially given the team's inability to progress deep into the postseason in recent years. These rumors have added fuel to theories that the Cowboys may be seeking not just a quarterback, but a cultural leader to redefine the team's identity, though unverified. Multiple social media posts and flight tracking reports have hinted at recent travel between Burrow and Cowboys facilities, sending fans into a frenzy of speculation and anticipation. Adding to the intrigue are reports from league insiders suggesting that Jerry Jones himself has taken a personal interest in the negotiations, which would not be out of character for the Cowboys' charismatic owner. Jones, known for his larger-than-life persona and willingness to make bold roster decisions, may see Burrow as the final piece in the puzzle to restore Dallas to championship relevance. The Cowboys' recent draft choices and off-season maneuvers have also raised eyebrows, with many noting the organization's shift toward bolstering the offensive line and acquiring more vertical threats at wide receiver. Moves that could be interpreted as laying the groundwork for a quarterback of Burrow's style and vision. Behind the scenes, whispers have emerged that even players within the Cowboys' locker room have been caught discussing a potential quarterback transition, hinting at knowledge that extends beyond mere rumor. If such a deal has indeed been signed, it would not only reshape the trajectory of both franchises, but could set off a domino effect throughout the league, triggering trades, free agent decisions, and cap restructures. While skeptics caution against jumping to conclusions before official confirmation, the buzz surrounding the potential 4-year commitment between Joe Burrow and the Dallas Cowboys is impossible to ignore. NFL analysts are already crafting hypothetical playbooks and drawing comparisons to legendary quarterback acquisitions that change the fate of franchises overnight. Burrow, should the deal be real, would inherit a team with a solid offensive core, a top-tier defense, and one of the most passionate fan bases in all of sports. His calm demeanor and strategic football IQ could pair well with McCarthy's vision for a balanced yet explosive offensive approach. Yet questions remain. Would Burrow adapt quickly to a new system? How would his arrival impact the locker room dynamic, particularly with Prescott still under contract? And perhaps most critically, is this rumored deal truly about football alone? Or are the deeper branding and marketing motivations at play, considering the commercial juggernaut that is the Dallas Cowboys? Until formal statements are issued, fans are left to piece together clues from social media activity, insider leaks, and speculative analysis. The NFL offseason thrives on exactly this kind of intrigue, where rumors feel as real as facts and every whisper becomes a headline. Joe Burrow's potential move to Dallas, if true, would stand as a defining moment not just for his career, but for the Cowboys' ambitions in the post-Prescott era. For now, the sports world remains on edge, watching every press conference, every roster update, and every unguarded comment for signs of confirmation. What is certain is that this rumor has already achieved something powerful. It has reignited excitement, controversy, and passionate debate across the football universe. Whether it proves to be smoke or fire, the mere idea of Burrow in a Cowboys jersey has captured imaginations and created a sense of urgency that few off-season stories manage to deliver. All eyes now turn to Dallas, where silence may speak louder than any official statement. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.